Shields up, Ironbreakers. How's everybody doing today on this fine Sunday afternoon? It is now the 28th of December. Like, what, 3 days away from the end of the year? How's everybody feeling? Y'all feeling good as 2025 comes to a close? We're going to be doing another Cons Anvil, likely the last Cons Anvil of the year, as, you know, it's just kind of like a rough time to stream right now, because every minute that I'm streaming means that I'm not spending time with family, so, you know, it's kind of like a rough time, you know? It is what it is. Hopefully you're all doing good. Hopefully you're all spending some quality time with your families. As per usual, at the top of Cons Anvil, we have the Thane shoutouts. So, Eugenie, Rubber Duckian, Colin LaShore, Crow Mag, Fulminus, Dan Pribernow, and Hostler Sheaf. I know this is Luis. Luis, thank you very much for being grossly incandescent as Thanes. You absolute Giga Chads. Tip of the hat. Appreciate the support. Thank you. Thank you so much. So how's everybody been doing? You've all been having a good time? Great, we're watching Ruri. Doing great, old man. Good to see. Good to see. He's later than a Duskbloods update. Friggin' 5 minutes, bro. 5 minutes. Been loving Title Update 4 in Wilds. Yeah, Title Update 4 in Wilds been really, really good. I did my dailies yesterday. Suppery had a good Christmas. Had a reasonably good Christmas, yes. Crimbombulus. Crimbombulus. I like that. Damn. Carl. What's going on there, Carl? Probably the next, because they took our RAM, Marie. They took our RAM. They did. I'm friggin' dying, but pretty damn good, you old-ass mainlander. Yeah, I saw you did like a 12-hour stream or something like that. That sounds like the type of stuff that I would be interested in doing right about now, but I can't do that. I don't have that kind of time. If you were gifted the power to design the endgame in Wilds DLC, how would you handle it? I'd probably just do something similar to Guiding Lands. There's a reason why I'm not a game designer, okay? I can, like, evaluate the systems that are there and give you my thoughts on it, but I'm not entirely sure that I would be able to just make it better. I would definitely make it way more deterministic, which basically means that people would not be as interested in grinding it for a bazillion hours. Because that's just the way that I look at things. I would make it so that, hey, you want the big fire weapon, you're going to be hunting big fire wyverns or whatever, big fire monsters. You want the big lightning weapon, you're going to be hunting a lot of lightning monsters. Whatever I did would be way more deterministic than what we usually get. Legit went insane about 9 hours in. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, those long streams, you will go insane. It was good times yesterday with the Arc Knight. Good to hear, good to hear. All the expansions should expand on the Frenzy and also give us more Guardian monsters. Yeah. I hope next mainline Monster Hunter is good. Bro, what the... I really, really don't like how... It's just like any topic of conversation nowadays just instantly goes down to Wild's bad. Like, do you realize we're talking about, oh, what about the endgame for the DLC? And somebody just comes in and is like, I hope the next Monster Hunter's good. As if, like, this one was bad beyond optimization, beyond performance. Like, it was crazy. I saw a bunch of interactions on Twitter earlier today where somebody just had, like, a random world video, whatever. And somebody goes in there, man, this game looks so good. And then there's just like 5 comments like, is it, yeah, man, looks so much better than Wilds. It's like, Jesus Christ. So almost everything is just an excuse to take a dump all over Wilds. It's crazy. Still waiting on my 50-in-1 order shampoo. Got my engine to oil, my hair to clean. Hope the coming year brings better health to your daughter and better behavior, self-control to your son. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. I hope so, too. It's one hell of a struggle. One hell of a struggle. Do you think expansion will come out next year, 2027? I think it'll be announced at the Summer Game Fest. I think that's when it makes the most sense to announce it. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I feel like Capcom's thrown so many curveballs that it's made them very hard to predict. Initially, I thought that its release date would be 2027. Maybe it still is. Like end of fiscal, around March 2027, I think is what makes the most logical sense. But considering that they just announced the end of, you know, the basic, oh yeah, February is going to be like the very last update or whatever. I don't really know. But I do think it'll be announced either at the Summer Game Fest. I feel like Game Awards next year would be way too late for it to be announced. But I don't know. Wild's bad is the phrase of the year. Yeah. This might be the first expansion pack I skipped, to be fair. I mean, like, listen. There's also burnout to be considered. I'm be real, I think that a lot of people are just experiencing Monster Hunter burnout because people just get sick of it. There's a reason why I haven't been playing that many video games right now. I'm just like, I'm chilling. I'm big chill. I'm doing my kill team stuff. Like, look at this barricade. Look at this barricade here. I've been painting my barricades. It's orange because that's kind of like the color of dwarven armor. And then I put like the metallic on there and some shade. And then a dry brush. This is something I've been working on. Been working on getting these pieces done so that I can use my equipment in the upcoming tournament. And it's properly painted. Enjoy Wilds a lot. I'm looking forward to Monster Stories 3 at this point. Of course, Neo 3. Yep, I'm looking forward to Stories 3 as well. What do you want from the Master Rank expansion for Wilds, and what monsters you want to see in the expansion, both returning ones and new ones? Bro, I could write a whole essay on that. What I want from the Master Rank expansion is I would actually want more than one locale, because usually in Master Ranks they only do one locale, so I only expect there to be one locale. But I would want more than one. That'd be like my biggest thing. I would want something similar to the Guiding Lands, but not exactly like the Guiding Lands. Something along those lines. When it comes to monsters, like a lot of people are always asking me, which monsters do you want returning? I mostly want new ones, but returning ones, I'm always going to say the Ranmaran and Genmaran. One of those two. I want a big sand whale. I want to fight, or hell, give me like a Guys Magorm fight on a ship. I want to fight something on a moving platform. I like those things. I'm very biased towards those things. I want to hunt something on a moving platform with cannons and crazy co-op stuff that you gotta do. I'm into that stuff, you know? You think we'll get any info on the Xbox for Wilds March or sooner? Like I said, I think Summer Games Fest is the wildest, the earliest, the wildest. Can you blame people for the burnout? I can't believe they're making you hunt a single monster for another RNG system. Yeah. I said as much when the thing was announced. I was like, you should incentivize people to hunt multiple monsters. That's actually something that they've done really good with the anomaly system, is that there was incentive for you to hunt multiple monsters when it came to like upgrades and doing all of those shenanigans, rather than just sticking to, you know, we hunt like 2 or 3 monsters. Even though if you were climbing up anomaly ranks, those were maybe a little bit too grindy. I will say that those were way too grindy. Took way too long to go up the anomaly, and I find it interesting that the people that always told me that like, oh no, you could get the anomaly done in no time, and I'm like, okay, so how'd you did it? Well, I got together with my boys and we just like beat monsters to the point where they couldn't even move while we were
keeping on.
to the point while they couldn't even move while we were just bashing on them. It was like, oh, okay. The thing is, that doesn't sound like particularly fun to just bash on a monster to the point where it can't even fight back for hours upon hours upon hours. No, not blaming anybody. It's just my own personal taste. Yeah, probably not. Thank you very much for being grossing at us for 4 months. Tip of the hat. Appreciate support. Thank you. Rory, how'd you find Arc Tempered Jin the Hot? He felt a little bit weaker than normal, but he's got a fat health pool. I think the big thing about that one's going to be optimizing your time. You're going to, because he's not going to be really super challenging, but they're going to make you struggle to really optimize how fast you bring his ass down. Kind of just gave up on getting god rolls for GOG weapons. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like, considering that I wanted to make one for each element, I haven't really been messing with that too much either. Old Break, thank you very much being grossly incandescent as a long beard, you giga Chad for 25 months. Tip of the hat, appreciate support. Thank you. Have a great New Year's, Rhea. I think the Bones of Wild is very good, but all that friggin' RNG is just causing massive burnout for me. The nail was the double RNG on RD, and now, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I play it because I think it's fun to hunt monsters. I'm not really going after god rolls for Ardian, right? I did that like once, and I did get my god roll, but I was like, yep, that's the one that we're gonna get. We're never gonna get another one like that, so whatever. And that god roll's obsolete by now too, which freaking sucks. I think I got a god roll on an Ardian weapon and it became obsolete. And it's obsolete because I have to re-roll it until it becomes a god roll again. And I'm likely not gonna be doing that, so whatever. It's funny studying the monster in the game's mechanics to reach that point, but actually executing that is not really something I would consider as base enjoyment. Yeah, it's like, I was looking forward to it. I actually played another game yesterday because I was testing some stuff out for some of the games that I didn't really get to play in 2025. Also, I bought Silk Song because it was like discounted and I wanted to buy something for the Switch too. I was like, I'll just buy Silk Song. I never even finished Hollow Knight, but I own both Hollow Knight and Silk Song on the Switch. We'll see if I find some time to play that at some point. But yeah, I bought Silk Song for the Switch. I know it's a lot of fun. I will play it. I don't know if I will stream it or whatever, because I don't know. You guys don't seem to care that much when I stream certain games, and Hollow Knight was definitely one of those. So I don't know. But yeah, yesterday I tested out Demon X Machina Titanic Scion. That actually seems like it'd be really fun. I played a little bit of the demo, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna buy that on Steam. And then I looked up these different websites that offer like keys to streamers and whatnot, and I was like, oh, these guys are offering it, so I just like requested a key for Demon X Machina. I will play it at some point. It seems like it's really fun. It reminded me, strangely enough, Demon X Machina reminds me of Xenoblade Chronicles X, which is very different from the original Demon X Machina. Titanic Scion reminds me of Xenoblade Chronicles X. Pragmata demo is good. I haven't played the Pragmata demo yet because I already played it at Gamescom. I already know that I want to play that game. I know what the mechanics are like. But I still do need to play the demo just out of curiosity. But it's like, I'm already all in on Pragmata. I'm like, yep, I'm playing that 100%. Game is fun as hell. Let's go. Even if I'm burned out a little bit, I reckon 400 hours from a game is great value. Oh yeah, absolutely. Hey, Gutter Mehmed, what's up? Dude, somebody has the name Revive Soul Sacrifice. My man or woman, thank you. Appreciate you. Spread the good gospel. Yes, indeed. Revive Soul Sacrifice. Every friggin' PlayStation State of Play, I'm in here like preaching the gospel. Soul Sacrifice, please. Is this the one? Is this the one? I hear it's really good, and I've played all the other Xenoblade games. Xenoblade Chronicles X might be the best open world game I've ever played. I think I might just consider it the best open world game I ever played. I like it that much. Were you keeping track of No Rest for the Wicked? I fell off of that a little bit. I know that they've done the co-op thing. It's just like, again, No Rest for the Wicked has this thing that a lot of games do, which always ends up screwing with me, which is the thing was like, oh, we have this in early access. And then I'll play the crap out of it in early access, run out of content, and then I'll be like, all right, that was good. Then I never touch it again. This happens so often. Like, happened with Hades 1. Hell, happened with Hades 2. Like, I'll play the bejesus out of those games in early access, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. And then it's like, yeah, but the game came out. It's like, well, yeah, but I already played it. It's like, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm done. I just Googled Soul Sacrifice. This looks like a freaky game I'd be into. Brother, how are you in my channel and you don't know about Soul Sacrifice? Soul Sacrifice is like one of the most underrated games of all time. As a matter of fact, I have to say, the fact that they've pulled Freedom Wars out of its deathbed on the Vita. They yanked it out, gave it to us, which fantastic. Freedom Wars is also really fun game. But the fact that they pulled that one, I was just like thinking to myself, no, you got the wrong one. Bring him along instead. I would trade Freedom Wars for Soul Sacrifice, bro. Any day of the week, dude. If they'd be like, you can kill Freedom Wars and get Soul Sacrifice right now, I'd be like, yep, I'll take that deal. I'll take that deal right now. Never heard of it. I can't believe it. There's too many people in here that don't know about Soul Sacrifice, bro. Soul Sacrifice is the second best story I've ever seen in a video game. Number one being obviously Final Fantasy XIV. Up until Dawn Trail. Dawn Trail, bro. Dawn Trail. I don't know what they did. I don't know who did it. I don't know who let them cook. But them motherfuckers burned the whole damn kitchen. That was disgusting. All right? That was a nasty meal. That was unedible. Sonny prefers to remaster, remake Last of Us a million times. Yep. That really got into Freedom Wars. Soul Sacrifice sold me. Yeah, Soul Sacrifice is fantastic. Did I miss the tier list? No, you didn't miss the tier list. We haven't even gotten started. We're just like doing our intro banter, just chatting with you guys because we haven't hung out in such a long time. Like I think the last video I did was like on the 24th or something like that. So yeah, I haven't been online in a hot minute. There's honestly a few games that have been left to rot, like Lord of the Apocalypse, Ragnarok Odyssey. Ragnarok Odyssey, is that the one, that's like the Monster Hunter like, right? It had that drill hammer thing. I love that game. Ragnarok Odyssey was really fun. They did like, not a Kiwami, but kind of like a Kiwami edition of that for PlayStation, but was it only in Japan? I don't know, there was something funky about that one in the West. It was not all there in the West for some reason. But yeah, I definitely remember Ragnarok Odyssey. I played the crap out of that game. Back in the Vita days. Back in the Vita days, man. Vita had some amazing games, dude. Vita had some amazing... Oh, you know what I need to buy? Damn it, I just reminded myself. I need to buy Wild Hearts for the Switch too. That's what I need to do. How much is that thing going for? Because, like, I don't think I've even seen it on sale in Portuguese stores. Is that, like, one of those... Is that one of those, Oh, fuck. It's a game key card? Yeah, I'll just buy that bitch digitally then. Because fuck that shit. There's a game key card. No thanks! Y'all can keep that shit. Why would you want a game key card? It's like the most useless fucking thing. Especially now that you have like the, now that you have, what's it called? Oh wait, it is here. Oh shit. It is here. Yeah, but it's just a digital download code. They're selling it for like, oh, and it's not exhaust. Is it exhausted? Not exhausted. Out of stock. Whatever the fuck you call that. Wild Hearts S is actually way better than the PC version. Yeah, I'd like to replay through that. Do you think there's ever going to be a possibility for Dragon's Dogma 2 DLC? I doubt it. I doubt it because they had so many issues with the RE engine. I don't think Capcom's looking to go back to that. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong because I love Dragon's Dogma. I think if anything, we'll eventually see somebody at Capcom pick it back up and just do Dragon's Dogma 3. Don't runs like garbage. Check out the demo. Oh, there's a demo? Okay. Is Wild Hearts better than Monster Hunter Wilds? No, but it has some interesting concepts that I like. They changed the cooking. For those of you that played Wild Hearts S, they changed the cooking on that thing. The cooking on that game was fucking miserable, dude. It was by far the worst thing about that game was the cooking. It was absolutely... Somebody just thought that it was a good idea that, like, what if I made literally something that you need a fucking college degree to understand in order to get your buffs? It's like, brother, why? Why should? Well, but you can cook the food, then you can smoke the food, then you can pickle the food, then you can paste the food, and then you can combine the paste with the pickle and the smoke, and then you can make this thing. And I was like, bro, I'm looking to hunt monsters. What the fuck am I playing here, Master Chef? Like, what are you doing? The accurate cooking experience? It wasn't even accurate. It was not accurate at all. It was so bad. Didn't that game rage the hell out of you? Yeah, I mean, but I had a lot of fun until the end game. It's just the end game showed a lot of the cracks in the combat, and I was like, yep, done. Super imprecise. With the level of precision that they demanded from you in the end game, it was like, nah, bro. Because initially I couldn't play the weapon I wanted to play, which was the umbrella parrying thing. That was unplayable because of the performance issues. So you had a super inconsistent frame rate, and you had to do frame perfect parries, which was not going to happen when you have inconsistent frame rate. So I was like, okay, I give up and playing the hammer. And then the hammer had this weird thing where you do the move to do your most powerful move. There was this thing you could like yeet yourself at the monster, and then you'd be able to do your most powerful move. And it was kind of like wonky to pull off, but on top of it, the mechanic itself would just not work a lot of the times. And at one point, I just said, look, if this fucking thing happens again, I'm uninstalling the game. And it happened again. I was like, yeah, fuck this shit. That was actually one of the only rage quits I think is recorded on the channel. The other rage quit is no longer on the channel. That was actually the DLC for Neo 1. God, I was so mad at that fucking mechanic. I hated that mechanic so much. I beat that boss out of just like rage to show people I can fucking beat this thing, and I beat it, and then I was like, I'm never playing this fucking thing again. Hey, chat, got Rise on sale a couple of days ago, and damn, the game's good. Yeah, Rise is amazing. See, this is the thing. Back when Rise came out, I almost feel like this is a parallel to Monster Hunter Wilds. Everybody was shitting on Monster Hunter Rise. It was the same thing. Now, everybody's like, no, actually, Rise was really good. Wilds is the bad one. Whatever the fuck, man. Rise is amazing. I love Rise. Before 3.0, it was a little bit rough, yes, but it was still good. No 60 FPS and Sunbreak on Switch too, though. Capcom letting me down. The endless cycle of new game bad, old game good. Last good Monster Hunter game ever. Yeah. I still will say, my favorite one still remains base Monster Hunter Wilds. World. Base Monster Hunter World. That's still my favorite one. I think a lot of it might also be, I don't know, dude. It was just such a special time. I feel like that was just such a special game when it came out. And it was perfect because of its simplicity. I feel like we've reached the point where the team is also going down this path of like doing things like, oh, we're gonna make this more complex. I'm gonna make this more complex move, this more complicated mechanic and whatever. And I'm just like, I liked it when it was simple and slow. I liked it simple and slow. Yup. Big animation commitment. Make my guy stand there for like 10 years going like, bam. That was the way to go. I love that. So yeah. But Base World, not Iceborne. Iceborne was a ton of fun as well, but Base World was definitely my favorite. Wasn't Monster Hunter World criticized as well until Iceborne? Monster Hunter World, I feel, was not as criticized as like Rise, but there was definitely a crowd that was going like, they killed Monster Hunter. When they launched literally the most successful Monster Hunter ever, people go like, they killed it. They killed this franchise. World had such a good speed balance to it. Agreed. Like the weapon balance wasn't perfect, but the overall vibe felt spotless. Monster Hunter lacks a proper weapon tutorial. No, Gorksella. We're the tutorial. The content creators. We're making the tutorials. Don't worry about it. You don't understand. Just dive into the Monster Hunter universe. Thanks to you, and now I'm addicted. Abras. Thank you, Diogo. Appreciate that. Hey, Victor. People are okay with Ardian, but I knew it would happen. The past is in a different country. Rise shouldn't have existed because of its fast-paced hunt. Why? It's fine. Friggin' Generations Ultimate was also Arcadia's balls. After World came out, the amount of people who can hate on the new game simply increased. Yeah. Oh, dude, World on Switch too. I'd love for people on Switch that never got to play World to get to play World. That'd be awesome. But Capcom doesn't really do a lot of remasters. The only one they did was Generations Ultimate, I guess. That's kind of like a remaster. Me, that would be a no, as I've already got 9,999 mega pushes. Would you want Steamworks back in Monster Hunter Wilds? No. I wouldn't want Steamworks back in Monster Hunter Wilds. I miss doing like runs for just gathering. Just open Wilds DLC, then double down on Ardian RNG and force us to grind for RNG armor. I don't know what they're going to do about that. We'll see. Has Capcom even released the improved version for Rise yet? For Switch 2? No. As far as I'm aware, no. I learned dual blades from Rurikhan World. Damn, Sean. That's awesome. Thank you. Dad Vigigamer, try to go back to Wilds this week. The walk and talk segments between the hunts are so bad. I don't think they're that bad. They feel out of place a little bit in a Monster Hunter game. I don't think they're that bad. They're not even that long. I guess it's because I also play JRPGs from time to time, so they don't even feel that long. But like whenever you play a JRPG and you get just like solid hours upon hours of exposure, it's like, the wild stuff was not that bad. Do you have the KFC pendant? No, I don't think we have that in Portugal. Think they'll add White Fatalis to Master Rank? I don't really want Fatalis in Master Rank. We had like a really good glow up of Fatalis in Iceborne. Let another monster shine. There's plenty of monsters in the roster. They feel long, especially because the dialogue during them is terribly boring. Again, as someone who is used to JRPGs to an extent, it's like, it's whatever. There's KFC in Lisbon. No, we have KFCs. I have a KFC near me. I'm saying we probably don't have the Monster Hunter thing at KFC. There's plenty of KFCs. There's one like super close to my house. Wilds is Monster Hunter 4-2. Monster Hunter 4-2 means Big Snake returns. Bro just wants the Dalamador. Would you ever replay the old Monster Hunter games? Would love to see Modern replay them, Lamau. Like I've said a million times, the biggest thing for me, I'm not the biggest fan of emulation. I like playing stuff on its original hardware, and it is super prohibitive to live stream friggin' 3DS. I even have the hardware. I have the modified 3DS, which is probably the hardest thing. But it's just a hassle to try and like, oh, let me stream with my 3DS. But I definitely have the Wii U behind me, and that has 3 Ultimate. That's kind of doable, but yeah. Oh, right. Art got nominated for some random award for some random show that nobody's ever heard of. Some random show that was hosted on my channel last year or something. I don't know, bro. Random ass show. Congratulations, Ark. Ark's from the islands. We can't let him grow too big of an ego now. We have to keep his ass in check. I'm not voting for Ark unless he plays Soul Sacrifice Delta. How's he supposed to play Soul Sacrifice Delta? There isn't even a PlayStation Vita emulator. People care so little about the Vita that last time I checked, there isn't even a proper emulator that fucking works. Like, nobody cares about this console at all. I've played Soul Sacrifice. I had a Vita. My man! Even in the islands, he had a fucking Vita. What's everybody else's excuse? Ark was out there in Brazil and then in the islands, and he still played Soul Sacrifice. Y'all ain't got no excuses, man. I am disappointed. I am disappointed. How does Ark manage to play the game, and there's so many people that don't even know what Soul Sacrifice is? When you switch weapons with a character that's 8 and 9 stars, how do you go about doing it? My brain is cursed. It's like I must start a new character to learn that weapon. My biggest thing now is it just takes so long to min-max a weapon. Well, I guess it doesn't take that long. You have to make the arty. And the thing to me is I always like doing multiple elements and stuff. It's like if I want to do dual blades, I have to make 5 weapons. And if I want a paralysis one, that's 6. That's 6 weapons I gotta go roll. That is crazy. Didn't the PS Vita have like 5 games made for it? No, dude. And you don't even know about all the booby games it had in Japan. Bro, people in Japan were just built different, okay? There were some strange Vita games in Japan, man. That was some strange stuff I remember hearing about. It was crazy. Yorick, thank you very much for being gross and Ganessen thank you very much for the souls. Appreciate support, tip of the hat. Thank you. You doing a Dark Souls 3 playthrough or something for the 10-year anniversary? Wasn't really planning on it, no. There's a lot of new games that I want to play, and I barely have time to play those. How old is Soul Sacrifice? It's quite old. It is 12 years old. Came out in 2013. Ah, yeah, the booby games. I totally didn't know about that. That's a very suspicious answer. That is just exceedingly suspicious answer. Oops, almost dropped some stuff. Let's make sure we don't drop anything. I'm such a Soul Sacrifice glazer, I go to random monster Twitch streamers and promote it. Yes! Spread the good word, sir. Spread the good word. It is important that people are aware of this video game. When will you do a review of Monster in the Wild's tier list? Today we're doing a monster tier list with all of the updated monsters. We're going to do a community version of it as well, so you guys get to vote on yours, and then I'm going to criticize your selections. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be very interesting to see. Everything all right with the family? Within reason. Within reason. Finally got the reports from the EEG. So now we have to book an appointment with the doctor, figure out what we're doing. So yeah, we literally got the report yesterday. Rory, for 2026, I will wait for your reviews on Onimusha and Neo 3 before picking one. Oh, you're only picking one? It's gonna be rough. Do arc-tempered versions count? No, it's just the monsters. Arc-tempered versions are just spruce. I mean, I will talk about the arc-tempered versions, but I'm not making like a different tier list for each of them. I'll just include what we know about the arc-tempered versions. Now, I think we start things off. Oops. I think we start things off with this. So, these are the 2026 games that I'm currently interested in, and we shall see if everything is in here. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to play all of these games because, listen, 2026, I can already tell, is going to be another very challenging year for me. There's going to be a lot of challenges that I'm going to have to face with my family. And therefore, I'm not committing to like, oh, I'm going to go hog wild on this thing or that thing. I have to be very selective with my time. So we'll see how things pan out. But yeah, this is I was looking at like all the games that are coming out. Maybe I'm missing some stuff. So we'll start with this.
Another world
Booba!
snuffed from existence.
Our focus, our true objective.
This is actually
to
one of the
save this
first
world,
games coming out.
Our current world.
Code Vein 2.
Need I remind you that tampering with history is strictly forbidden?
Code Vein made the foolish mistake of releasing right before Neo 3. Yeah.
Let's go.
Today, you'll pay your dues!
Ba-boom. So, this is one of the games that I'm interested in for 2026. How's everybody feeling on this one? How's everybody feeling on this one? Never played the first Code Vein. Here it's really good, though. I played a decent chunk of it. I didn't get to finish it because, I don't know. It was a really strange thing. This was during Monster Hunter World. And when I suddenly did one stream of Code Vein, everybody just shat all over it. And I was like, damn, that's harsh. It was even like an interview that I did with developers and stuff. But it was kind of like rough to try and stream that because algorithm. Because as with everything, the YouTube algorithm just like constantly punishes you for doing anything that's outside of your little nook. But yeah, that's Code Vein. Finished one, level design was abysmal. This comes out before Neo 3. So yeah, the thing about this one is how close it does come out to Neo. I think that was a bit of a mistake on their part. Moving right along. This one seems interesting. I'm still not the biggest fan of like first-person melee, but this one, I don't know. There's something about this one that looks good. Gonna wait for a discount for this one. Too many expensive games. We are indeed spoiled for choice. 2026 has a ton of really good games. Fate Keeper doesn't have a release date though. I thought it was 2026. Still gotta play Lords of the Fallen? Well, you have time. I just think the animations on this look really good. And I'm a sucker for good animation. I'm always hesitant whenever it comes to Unreal Engine 5, though. It's like, even when Unreal Engine 5 is running properly, I just get this feeling that it looks like the game's about to fall apart. You know? I can't be the only one. Like, even when it's running flawlessly, I'm like, man, this game looks like it's hanging by a fucking thread and it's about to fall apart any second. Did you hear about Ubisoft getting hacked? So sad. I'm so sad. I feel terrible for Ubisoft. Oh no. I haven't played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, no. I should have. I hear really good things about that game. And they did send me a review code. It's just time, man. I've been trying to put words to it, but feeling like it'll fall apart at any moment hits nail. Yeah. Yeah. Is this a Skyrim mod? No, it's a game. It's called Fate Keeper. Let's move on to the next one. This one I'm mostly curious about. This is a Housemark. I really liked Returnal, so I'd be down to check this out.
Scan for Soltari signals.
Signal corrupted. Approximating.
The problem with this one is it's going to be very hard for me to play this game because of its release date. Because, like, Crimson Desert releases on the 19th, and then this one releases on the 20th or something like that. I know that it's immediately after another game that I'm interested in playing, which makes it very challenging to play this on
You better
release.
stay out of my way.
Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Gregory Loudon, Creative Director at Housemark.
Oh, there's talk over? I just wanted like a trailer type thing. Yeah, these guys did a fantastic job with Returnal, and this just seems like it builds on that.
Mark it on the map.
It releases April 30th. It got delayed. Oh! That changes things. That actually changes things.
Here is a Soltari hololog.
That will be interesting. But yeah, this one's another one that I'm very interested in. So far we have Code Vein 2, Fate Keeper, Saros. I never played the original Control. This one looks interesting, though.
Do you feel it?
I don't know about you guys.
Something is coming.
Crimson Desert drops on the 19th of March. Which is also a terrible date, because it's way too close to Stories 3.
An intrusive pattern. Of staggering power.
Year of sequels so far is what we have. Future sequences, I just gave you 2 games that are new IPs. We're on our 4th game, and half of this list has been comprised of new IPs. I don't know if that stays. Let me actually check, because I have the whole list here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 games out of what I think is like 12 games or whatever that I have in here. 7 of them are brand new IP. I don't know what to tell you.
try to keep inside eventually worms its way out.
Six, seven. What is... I don't know that meme. I don't know that meme. My kid was telling me that shit the other day, and I was like, the fuck is that? I've seen it on the internet. I don't know what the fuck that thing is. Fuck you, Ark. God damn it. What is... It means nothing. It's literally nothing. It's some fucking brain rot thing, dude. I fucking despise brain rot bullshit, dude. It's so bad. Because, like, it would be fine if I didn't have children, because I'd be like, I don't give a fuck. The problem is that it destroys children's attention span. All the fucking memes on the internet. It's just so bad. You guys have no fucking idea. You guys have no idea how bad that is. It is so bad. Jesus Christ. God, it's so frustrating.
You must have had good reasons. But we were not prepared.
You are not prepared.
For what would follow.
Seems like this one's gonna have maybe more melee combat. I don't know. Look at that big ass hammer though. Bam. So we'll see. Control Resonant is another one. Then there's this. Tides of Annihilation.
Take the fear.
Jesus.
She's human again.
This one's going to be more like character action. Kind of like what you'd get out of a Bayonetta, Stellar Blade, that type of vibe. I'm curious about this one. We'll see if it pans out or not. Then obviously, you have to check this one out. I'm very curious to see what these guys have learned from the first game.
Bearer. One must travel many paths on the road to salvation. Paths through light. Paths through shadow.
Do you mean the two first games? No, because the first two games... Wait, I'm confused. Was there a Lords of the Fallen 2? I forget. Before this one, I mean. But anyways, the very first game that they did was made by somebody else.
Wherever they may lead, no matter the cost.
Really wish people would stop using copyrighted music tracks on their trailers. It'd be so good for streamers not to have to deal with that bullshit. Maybe that's just me being like, it's so bothersome as a streamer. But I don't even think it's that good. Like, guys, remember when Doom had mumble rap on its trailer? Doom Eternal or whatever it was? They had like the fantastic Mick Gordon soundtrack. And then they make a trailer with fucking mumble rap. I was like, brother, who in your marketing department is brain damaged enough to have chosen this track? Look at that thing. That looks crazy, dude. That looks crazy. The first one was made by Deck 13. It was also published by CI Games. No, wait, was it 505? I don't know, but I know that these are two different studios. It's also really cringe, doesn't fit the game at all. Yeah, I don't understand sometimes the decisions behind marketing departments, but yeah. Yeah, Lords of the Fallen 2, I'm also interested in that one. Then we have this one. I actually played this at Gamescom. Really, really cool. Surprised me.
Has been built on ashes. That is why you must never lose faith.
This isn't war.
Are you playing Stories 3? Wait until the end
This
of
is
the list.
damnation.
You're gonna find out. Lords of the Fallen 2 will be Epic exclusive? Oh right, I forgot about that. That is such a dumb move to make, dude. Making your game an Epic exclusive is like, oh, let me just shoot myself in the foot right off the gate. It's like right out the gate, shoot myself in the foot. Yeah, Valor Mortis is going to be another one that I'm interested in. Then obviously... You've
been to the sea before? On Earth?
Of course I have. Got a house with a view and everything. You're just gonna stay here.
I think a lot of people are going to be surprised by this game. If you haven't played the demo of this, I'd highly recommend it.
Man, eat us again. I can't do anything.
The demo only for PC? I actually don't know. I know that there's a demo on Steam. I don't know if it's also on PlayStation or Xbox. Too many games, man. I know. Like, 2026 is going to be crazy. And we haven't even had, because, like, remember, midway through 2026, we're getting the Summer Game Fest, and then they're going to announce a bunch more games. And this is just the list of stuff that I care about. There's some stuff that I know for a fact a lot of people are going to be interested in that doesn't even make it on this list. Like, I didn't put Divinity on here, because I don't think Divinity is coming out. What the hell? Give me a second. Yeesh. Sorry about that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Pragmata. That one's going to be a lot of fun. Though it seems like Saros is now next to Pragmata. Yeah, everything's fine, guys. 2026 looks like a snooze fest to me. I don't know how you would say that. Like, there's so many amazing games coming out in 2026. That's crazy. Anyway, Pragmata is another one that I'm definitely going to be playing. Then we have this one.
I trust you'll be able to rid us of this crucible. The light, who traverses time.
Interfere with my course! Become a spirit stone!
That is looking way better than the alpha that we played. 100%. That looks like it'll be really fun. Neo is a game franchise I should love, but just can't get into. It's not for everyone, because a lot of the things in Neo still feel somewhat dated, but the combat is usually pretty solid. So there's that. Even if, I will say, weapon balancing in Neo 2 was garbage for the longest time. And it was very frustrating. As somebody that wanted to really enjoy the hatchets, it was super frustrating, because it was just like, I just kept dying and dying and dying and dying. I was like, man, this weapon blows. Then I swapped the great axe and just murder everything. One tap every boss. Beautiful. What about the Wolverine game? I don't know, dude. I don't know how I feel about that one. We'll see. But yeah, Neo 3 definitely interested. Then obviously this bad boy. This I think is going to be amazing. Like I really like the demo that I played at Gamescom.
Dead.
Oh yes. So, this gauntlet is for you. You pop this on, you get the power of the Oni, and you'll be back topside.
I walk the path of the sword on my strength alone. I don't need some monster's power.
The power of the Oni is all that's sustaining your life. That's an Oni gauntlet.
Musashi! Gun me! This thing's made me so damn strong.
Musashi, I cannot apologize enough for dragging you down this path against your will.
If I take this gauntlet off, I'll be a bloody mess on the floor anyway.
This isn't what you promised, Gauntlet.
My troop was attacked, and one of our members is missing. Save this world.
Fighting Genma wasn't the path I planned, but who knows? Maybe it'll be worth my while.
Well said!
I love the dismemberment in this is absolutely
Are you a
crazy.
man or a beast? Getting strong because of some gauntlet. That's not strength.
I'm gonna eat all the souls you got in there.
Turns out, Miyamoto Musashi was just a brute with a sword after all.
Being tough isn't enough. A warrior meditates on what strength really means. Enjoying your new toys, I see.
Is Darksiders 4 coming out in 2026? I don't think it's got a date.
Hey, Musashi.
Musashi! Yeah, Onimusha is really fun. I don't think it has a release date, right? Yeah. Yeah, there's no official... That's another reason why I haven't put that one in here. Because that would also be in my list. Especially with Gunfire Games working on it. Now, this next one I'm also super hyped for. I've been hyping up this game like nobody's business because I genuinely think that people that haven't gotten to play this game don't understand how cool this game is. Like, this game is going to be crazy. Unfortunately, I will agree, it does have issues with the bukake of friggin' particle effects that they put on screen at any given time. It's way too much. They need to tone that shit down. Other than that, absolutely adore this. Oh yeah, I played this twice. How's the performance? I don't know. I don't know because I've only played it on the show floor. But this is not Unreal Engine 5. This is their own engine. I actually know the hardware specs of the computers that they were playing this on because I remember asking the dude that was there for it. Give me a second, I can tell you guys. Oh, they were playing it on 9800 X3Ds as the processor. So I think it's Ryzen 9, right? 9800 X3D. And then they were playing it on 9070s. So they were playing it on some pretty good rigs, and they were only playing it at 1440p. So, so it's not really good enough to get a good idea of what the performance is going to be like. Okay, not everybody's going to be having that hardware. Still have to decide between Crimson Desert and Stories 3. Oh, I'm playing Stories 3. I'm playing Stories 3, and then we'll see how I cover Crimson Desert, but I'm also definitely playing Crimson Desert. It's really, really good. I have no idea what's the deal with the robot things yet, but I guess we'll find that out later. I wanted to build a new PC, but then RAM decided to fuck everything. Bro, I'm so scared of RAM. Just keeps going up and up and up. The RAM is also one of the main reasons why I bought the Switch 2 when I did. I suspect that Switch 2 is going to be raising its price to like $600 or something like that. I think it's going to be crazy. I have a 9070 XT. It's been kind of asked for performance. I'm pretty sure that Mr. Tummy Girl's been having a flawless experience. Heard that Asus want to launch themselves into the RAM market. We'll see. We'll see how that RAM equals random access money. But guys, we get all these amazing AI-generated videos, man. So good. It's so good, bro. I'm so happy. We get to watch all this fucking slop on social media. Oh, man, it's the best. But yeah, Crimson Desert is another one that I'm super interested in. Then this one is so good. This one's absolutely crazy.
That place, at least not anymore, but you, my dark misfortune.
This is Phantom Blade Zero. This was one of the best showings at Gamescom. Hands down, the demo was friggin' flawless.
But why did you come back?
The Order's blades are coming. They failed once, but they won't fail again.
That was a weapon that I didn't get to play with. The thing about this game, right, is that often you will see some crazy action gameplay combat and then you're wondering, but does it feel good when you're actually doing it? And the answer is yes, it feels fucking fantastic.
The girl's nothing but a shadow now. She'll never be the same.
You broke my blade. But we broke your spirit.
Phantom is movement, striking from where none expect.
Oh, the animations in this game are absolutely insane.
Into steel, turning any blade into a divine weapon. When Phantom and Blade unite, no enemy stands.
I'm telling you, this is absolutely phenomenal.
Who are you?
And this one comes out 9th of September, which is pretty far away from most of the games in the beginning of the year, which is a good thing. Then obviously, I think that this one comes out this year, right? Actually, I don't, did I see the year for this? Pretty sure. Let me just see. Yeah, it just says 2026. Okay.
I give you my blood. I give you my life.
Yeah, I was somewhat hesitant for this before Night Rain, but after playing Night Rain, I'm like, I'm all in. I'm all in. This is going to be absolutely phenomenal. I have no question about it.
To humanity's very dusk.
I hope this flops so they never do exclusive again. Oh, that's great. Let's just hope for the video game from one of the best development houses we've had for decades now. Let's just hope their game goes to shit. Yes, I think that's a very healthy attitude. I think that's the way you should think about it. Absolutely, yeah. I hope this flops. Bro, what the fuck? I just hope that they'll release this on PC and other consoles as fast as possible. That's the one thing that I will agree with. And hopefully with crossplay. Excuse me for not wanting to get a Switch 2 so I can play one game. No, see, those are two different things. I completely empathize with you not wanting to get a Switch 2. Hell, I wasn't planning on getting a Switch 2. Well, technically I wanted to have a Switch 2 because Xenoblade Chronicles is in there, and I love Xenoblade Chronicles, and I want to play Xenoblade Chronicles in the future at the best possible resolution, etc., etc., etc. But besides the point is, I understand you shouldn't have to get a console just for one game. I've said multiple times, I hope that all games come to all platforms so that everybody can enjoy them. But to go as far as go like, I hope the game fucking flops, is like, I just don't agree with that part. I don't. Ram Ranch. Man, been a fan of your stuff on YouTube for a while. Love how I played Monster Hunter World. Heard news about what's going on for you, and wanted to say thanks for making content. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Dragon God. Yeah. Any chance they'll pull a Capcom and port it to other systems in a few years? I think the chances of that are very high. I think that this is just a temporary exclusive. I could be wrong, but I think it's just a temporary thing.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able.
This is the Witcher 3 dev game, yes? No. This is from Software. Gravity spell.
Will flow for one, and one alone.
That's a big ass axe. Nintendo put money towards this game. It's unlikely you'll see it on anything else. Well, come to think of it, Bloodborne ended up never really releasing anywhere else. But this is a multiplayer game. I feel like you kind of need this to release on other platforms. It's going to struggle to maintain its multiplayer on the Switch. Most people play multiplayer stuff on PC nowadays. Although, to be honest, who the fuck can even predict what is going to happen, because the whole gaming market's going to go to shit with this RAM situation. I just don't understand why From Software decided to do a Switch exclusive when their games are so popular being multi-platform. It's really stupid. It's not smart. It's most definitely not a smart move. But the reason why they did it is very, very easy. The reason, at least from my, from what I've known of From Software, the reason they did it is because they're hedging their bets. This is a super risky title to do. Because this was before the release of Night Rain, by the way, so they had no data on multiplayer games. So they were just taking chances. They're like, okay, let's take a chance on a multiplayer game here, see how that does. And then it's like, oh, we need to take another chance on another multiplayer game. And they're like, whoa, take it easy now. We don't even have any data on the first one. So this is them just hedging their bets. They're like, making a multiplayer game like this is super risky. This thing can absolutely bomb. And Miyazaki I just want to do whatever the fuck I want and not care if it bombs. I think that it's somewhat of a smart move, even if it fucking sucks. It sucks, but from a business standpoint, it's a very smart move because they're hedging their bets. Because, like, I mean, if it bombs, Nintendo foot the bill for that bitch. None of my problems. You know what I'm saying? It's like Nintendo paid for it. So if it bombs, From Software's like, I don't care. Whatever. I didn't pay for. I mean, I'm sure they care because it's still a reputation hit, but basically they didn't pay for it. Heard the project was approved in something like 2018. Don't know when they started though. Damn, that is really, really late. I don't know if From Software would make more money with multi-platform Rathalos. I mean, likely they would, but at the same time, like I said, they're hedging their bets. It's an experimental title. It can bomb. And I think that that was the reason why they went with Nintendo. It's safer. Hopefully we'll get ported, because, like, Bloodborne never got ported. PlayStation ain't never porting that, it seems. But Bloodborne doesn't really need multiplayer as much as this. This needs multiplayer. This needs an active player base. I think even Nintendo might be interested in spreading this one around. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. I could be wrong. I hope that it does eventually make its way to other platforms. What reputation hit you think people will boycott From for this? Depending on the success of the game, depending on how they handle it. I mean, people are boycotting Capcom based on Monster Hunter Wilds. Bloodborne getting the soul sacrifice treatment. No, because you can still play Bloodborne on current consoles. Only if Nintendo gets a cut will they agree, maybe. I don't know. Now that the thing is, I've always thought Duskbloods will come out on all platforms, but I've been thinking about Bloodborne, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe it won't. That's gonna suck. That's absolutely gonna suck. But yeah. They don't do a new Bloodborne because it keeps us coming to their state of plays. Yeah, like 30% of the state of play audience is just people going like, Bloodborne! Bloodborne, please! Bloodborne! Anyway, then there's another one, which is this one. Obviously. And this is pretty much the last game on my list. And now you guys can tell me if I missed anything.
Twin monsters are a portent of disaster. Should you wish to oppose this omen, ancient custom dictates that only one may live.
He has much to learn, both as royalty and as a rider. Do what you can to help him.
In the service of your development, I will go to the end of the world and beyond!
The only talk I hear of Lady Amara is as the founder of the Rangers and an intrepid protector of monsters.
Unraveling the world's greatest mysteries? Man, the Rangers are so cool!
Look at that. It's gone feral.
Got it! I needed to know what she hoped to accomplish. I became a ranger in the hopes I might find out.
Rathalos! I can't believe they bring it here!
This is going to be awesome. I'm super excited about this one. Absolutely playing the crap out of it. What about GTA 6, bro? I don't really care about GTA. I mean, I like GTA 5. Which ones did I play? I played a bit of 3. I played the original GTAs, bro, when they were top down. I played the crap out of those. Then I played a bit of 3. Played a bit of 4. Played 5 to completion. 5 was a ton of fun. Story mode, that is. But, like, GTA isn't really my vibe all that much. Like, I think it's fine. I'm not into the online or anything like that. But other than that, I think it's fine. It's just not really my vibe. Only interest outside of that is Solasta 2. Oh my god. Solasta 2 is on top of Stories 3. RIP! Is that at least an early access release or something? Because I'm also interested in Solasta. I kind of forgot about that one. Solasta 2 looks like it'd be fun. Path of Textile. I mean, I'm already interested in Path of Exile. Does it release 2026? Honestly, I wouldn't mind if the next Monster Hunter game had the art style of Stories. Yeah, but I think they're keeping the art style separate for product distinction. That way, when you see this art style, you know, oh, that's Stories. And when you see the other art style, you know, oh, this is Monster Hunter. So, yeah. What is Solasta? It's a turn-based... It's a CRPG. It's a fantasy CRPG. Solasta 2 is early access, maybe. You like CRPGs? Yes, I do. I know I don't play them often in the channel because fucking YouTube algorithm. Like, listen, let me tell you something, okay? 80% of people don't know all of the games I'm into simply because I can't fucking play them. It literally is exactly like that. It's so frustrating. Like, I bet a lot of people don't know, I fucking love Space Sims. I love Space Sims. I think they're fantastic. I had that arc where I was playing nothing but Elite Dangerous. I love that shit. I don't get to play it, though, because the algorithm will fucking murder me. It's just so fucking frustrating, dude. It is miserable. What do you think with EA being owned by Saudi Arabia now? I think the same thing that I thought about EA previously. It was shit before. I don't know if it's going to be any better now. I don't care. It's okay, Rui. I know you're a Monolith Soft enjoyer. Thank you! Monolith Soft are probably one of the most underrated developers of the last fucking 20 years, bro. It's crazy. Elite Dangerous. Good days on the show. Bro, Elite Dangerous is so amazing. The shit we got up to in Elite Dangerous, dude. They call your stream Monster Hunter Guy Plays X. It doesn't matter. When are we getting a new episode of Mythic Banter? Yeah, me and Akalon have been having non-stop scheduling situations. Probably at some point in January, we're going to resume Mythic Banter. Bring back Prowler mode and expand on it? I said that in my interview. Nyanta do... What was it? Nyanta do Fukatsu. Tanomimasu. I don't think it was Dofukatsu, but it was something. Nyanta Dofukatsu. Tanomimasu. Because I remember making that request during the interview. This was like 2 years ago. No, it was like a year and change. Never mind, 2 years. Jesus. Monolith? What game do they have? Monolith Soft are the people behind Xenoblade Chronicles. The stuff Monolith Soft does on Switch 2 is diabolically impressive, bro. The thing is, the biggest concern that I have for Monolith Soft is that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is my least favorite Xenoblade Chronicles. Which makes me very hesitant for the next one. I just didn't really like the premise of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. The combat is okay right up until the point where they want you to do the stupid Ouroboros bullshit that I didn't like. I hated the whole concept of like, you're fighting and doing combos and all this stuff. Now become this stupid robot in fusion mode. And I was like, just stop. No. Which is like 90% of the combat that I did was actually outside of Ouroboros. The reason the algorithm doesn't like that is because you've built your audience channel on a different topic / genre. I know. I know why it is, Rathlos Watch. I'm just saying that the algorithm is incredibly inadequate because the whole point of an algorithm existing is finding an audience that is interested in a topic and not hurting the existing audience if you choose to differ from the topic. But what the algorithm actually does is the moment you go for a different topic, it just alienates half of your audience space. Like, for instance, my channel has 250,000 subs, give or take. Less than half of those are active subs. Hell, I'd be surprised if it's more than 30%. I'd be surprised if it's more than 30%. It's just the way that it works. Soulframe. Soulframe's another one that I'm interested in. Soulframe's really good. Oh shit, I didn't put Blood of Dawnwalker. I'm definitely... When's that coming out? I forgot about that. I definitely want to play that. Not 007 or Tomb Raider, but Blood of Dawnwalker, absolutely. Oh, it's just 2026. Yeah, Blood of Dawnwalker is... I'm definitely playing that. The concept of how time works in that game, I love that. I'm definitely playing that. Arseni, but the thing that I'm saying is, I think that's fine. People come for one type of content, they don't want to watch the other stuff. I think that's fine. But what ends up happening is, like, say for instance you're interested in like one of my videos or whatever, you watch that video, and then, you know, the next topic you're not interested in. What ends up happening is, over time, if you don't watch like 1 or 2 videos, poof, the algorithm just like a lot of people sort of unsubscribes them from the channel automatically, which I think is just like so bad. When's Witcher coming out? We don't know. Neo 3 is in the list, Big Oof. Hope Xenoblade 4, whatever is next, is a fresh beginning. It can be related to the existing Xenoblade. I think that there's a lot of coolness to the story with the fact that they keep like connecting to the different Xenoblade universes. I think that's really cool. But I definitely don't want another one where it's about, you know, the weird Ouroboros stuff and that, I don't know, it was just very off-putting. I haven't done the DLC. I have to do the DLC still. I've heard the DLC is absolute peak Xenoblade, so that I'm interested in doing, but yeah. Have you played Titanfall? Yeah, I played Titanfall. Xenoblade needs a new combat system, or at least a huge reworking of the existing one. I like the Xenoblade combat system. Seen a YouTuber nearly double his sub count while not uploading anything for like 6 months. Yeah, sometimes you have some one-hit wonders that just like explode out of nowhere. We don't have a date on Lords of the Fallen 2 yet. Let me get my apple, and then we can get started on this tier list shenanigans. I'll be right back. Chemitrice is an S tier monster. Hirobami, I've barely fought him. Do you react to movie trailers on this live stream? No. Probably get Giga copyright claimed. Bro, everybody's so hyped about games while my ass has been playing the same 6 games for years now. There's one game that I've been playing this year, year-round, that I'm still super hyped about. Kill Team. Kill Team's awesome. No, I've barely fought Hirobami because I don't really have a reason to fight Hirobami. I actually really like the first time you fight him because I don't use dung pods. So it was actually a challenging fight. It was like one of the first times I was like, damn, this is hard. Kill Team tournament is on the 10th. Did you hear about the Rainbow Six Siege hack? Yeah, I did. They were like writing song lyrics and stuff. And yeah, Ubisoft got absolutely ass blasted with that hack. It's just... The thing is, Ubisoft is one of the scummiest developers slash publishers. I have a really hard time empathizing with Ubisoft at all. They've pioneered some of the scummiest shit we have in gaming right now. I don't like them. Fuck them. Am I gonna play Dawn of War 4 or Total War 40k? When they have Votan. Put Votan in there, I'll play that shit day one. I like the idea of Total War 40k. But I hate the fact that Votan is not there. What I think is the most hunted monster in Wilds? Chatacabra. Oh, I played Space Marine 2. Really fun, yeah. I haven't done all their recent content. Actually, I want to buy a new miniature. I want you guys to check it out. Check out this bad boy. I want to buy this one to be the leader in my kill team. Problem is that it's too fucking expensive for one miniature, dude. It's like fucking 60 euros for a miniature. I'm like, fuck you, man. I'm paying no fucking 60 euros for one miniature. You're fucking crazy. But look at this guy. Looks fucking awesome. He's got a crazy laser gun. Got a big ass fat hammer. Got the plasma knife on his belt there. Bro. What a fucking beast. Look at him. Have I read any of the Horus Heresy books? No. 40k has dwarves. These guys are dwarves. They're Votan. They're leagues of Votan. What do you guys think about Brock here over here?
If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Carmen Bailey's, thank you very much for being with us for 35 months. Tip of the hat. Appreciate support. Thank you. I feel like everyone likes Warhammer. No one actually plays the games. I play the tabletop. I play Kill Team. Hell yeah. Votan will probably be DLC for Total War 40k. Yeah, that's what I expect. You prefer Warhammer Fantasy Dwarves? You mean like this? I've got the flying machine. Wait, it's got a broken rotor, but this fucking thing always breaks. It's a gyrocopter. I've got the flying machine. This is like the only unit that moves. Like, one of my favorite surprise things was this. Such a massive friggin' piece. This is the Anvil of Doom. This thing is like over 20 years old. You need to understand. This is going to be older than some of the people in chat. Is when I painted this. Is it focusing even? But yeah, I used to play fantasy battles back in the day. It's like an anvil cannon. No, it casts like dwarven spells. If you want cannons, I got those as well. So like, this is, oh god. Eesh. This is a dwarven flamethrower. I don't even know if these models still work on like, on the current tabletop Warhammer. Yeah, this is a dwarven flamethrower. Although my favorite one was the friggin' organ gun. I remember melting shit with this gun. This gun was crazy, bro. I would melt units like the fucking Gatling gun. Oh, man. Zeno did a stream with his toys. He preferred the lizards. Yeah. Look at my catapult. Look at this little guy. This is Gotrek. At least it used to be the Gotrek model. And I think I have the white dwarf in here somewhere. This is a rune priest. Oh, the rune priest actually looks really good. I did a good job on this rune priest. Holy shit. Look at this sucker. I was not as bad as I thought I was back in the day. Had like a whole damn army, dude. Okay, intermission's almost over. Let me just get a coffee and then we can get started. What's the most expensive kill team piece you can buy? Currently? I actually don't know. But it would probably have to be one of the bundles that comes with terrain, because that's usually the most expensive stuff. Likely the Volcus, so Hivestorm, right? Oh, not release date. Is it this box? I would imagine it's this box. Because it comes with like Volcus and shit. So I imagine this would be the most expensive one. Can't tell if Rurikhan's in his 50s or 60s. Fuck you! What the fuck? 50s or 60s? This fucking guy! Bro, what the fuck? What in the actual fuck? 50s or 60s? This fucking guy comes into my chat. Oh my god. The absolute disrespect. I can't tell if he's in his 50s or 60s. Brother. Bro said fuck peace and chose violence. Absolutely. Unk status. He's 38. No, I'm not. Don't I wish? I am not 38. Better at least buy your dinner at the assisted living facility. I'm 43, bro. I don't think I look 50. I don't think I look that bad. Doesn't look a day over 20. My man, João Moreira right there. I'll tell you what, though. If I shave, I look like a baby. You're a $20 tissue to wipe your tears off. Rathalos, thank you very much for the souls. Tip of the hat. Appreciate support. Thank you. Respect your elders. What the fuck? You know, some people said, damn, when you just said your age. I don't know. The thing is, I don't actually know if I look older than I actually am. I usually don't think about that shit all that much. The one thing, obviously, is you do notice that, oh my god. I loved when somebody pointed it out in chat the other day. They just typed thinning on all caps. That was it. That was the word. That was like, damn! Like, thinning! It wasn't even balding or anything like that. It was thinning. Oh my god, it was fucking that. I think that was one of the most savage things I've seen. Thinning. God. I'll be honest, for you look older than my parents and they're both in their 50s. Holy shit. What country do you live in? Because this is also very important. I think if you live like in some of those Nordic countries, people out there, they conserve real well. People out there conserve real well. Balding is the male gender's final boss. I wish I could embrace it, to be honest. It's just the signs in my head are annoying. I'm probably just going to get those removed, and then I'm just going to embrace the baldness. That's what I'm going to do. Just embrace bald. It'll probably be easier, too. Than fucking, oh my god, it's so bothersome having to, like, comb my hair. I watched some of Ruri's old videos recently. The difference is insane. Yeah, I was way fatter back then. Way fatter. I think I actually looked older back then, to be honest. I think I looked way older. Like, let's see some of my early shit. And I've like, look at this. What the fuck is that? Look at that face. Bro, what the fuck? Every frame is worse than the previous one. Like, how much was it? 14 years ago, I was 29? I was 29. Like, look at this shit. You gonna tell me this fucking guy looks like healthier than me? This fat fuck on camera right now. Look at that guy. Oh wait, you guys can't actually see it. Small screen, sorry. Look at that guy. What the fuck, bro? Aging like wine? Dude, look at that fat bastard. What the fuck? Like I said in one of those yearly videos that I do, I said that somebody asked the question, what would you say to your younger self? I'm like, fucking hit the gym, bro. Work the fuck out. Look at you, you unhealthy fat. I have the bicycle back there, but this ain't enough. Like that ain't doing nothing, brother. Like, look at this. Yeah, smile. At least he has more hair. He does have hair. I'll give him that. He does have more hair than me. I would say quit while earlier. You're going to do it anyway. There is that. I didn't know there was a cinematic for this. Let me just see that real quick, just out of curiosity. Whatever. Brother, fuck off. I want to see this cinematic. This is on YouTube? Is it this one? Oh wait, this is GameSpot's. So this is Typhoon. This one. No, this is the history of Volcus. There's a battle report. Where the fuck am I supposed to find that cinematic?
On to the silver details next.
Is it this one? I think it might be this one. Those are Tau. They're getting the shit beat out of them. Yeah, the Aquilon's doing their forward deployment. When are the Vespids showing up? Because that's what's in the box. It's Tau and Vespids. I mean, not Tau. Sorry, Aquilons and Vespids. There they are. Bro, this skill team is so busted overpowered, the Vespids. It hadn't even occurred to me. That's the reason why these teams came together. You have the forward deployment of the Aquilons versus the flying of the Vespids. Back when Kill Team made sense, before Wolf Scouts. That's kind of weak sauce. The worst part is that it doesn't even make any sense based on what Volcus is, because it's taken place underground and Volcus is above ground. That actually doesn't make any sense. Anyway. Mobius Dragon. Victor, Golf of Fajur, Renex, Gundam X Dynamis, Necro Eye, Sierra 51, Vacoro 1, Saphirian 688, James Cheek, Gregory K, Hookeye, Venom Pure Evil, J-Hat, Really Old Gamer, Tugalord, Worst Wordmonger, Pascal Calais, Bam Bam, Miz and Jamal, Hidden Aussie, Quirin Das, Heimdall, The Bug Shaker, Fidel Varela, Astron R. Age, Angela Gillespie, Dr. Eisenhower, Sephrath, Sangetsu, Lady Star Kitsune, Mr. Wipeout, Inquisitor Reed, Jojo Mojo, Sir Sedan, D. Luffy, Killer X31, Draxus K, J. Walco, Senior Bacon, Sam Castellan, New Video Nerd, Sherlock Para, Figster, Cold Brick, Red Pigbank, Angry Scott's Dad, Robert, Report Turret, it's Shelby Neko. God damn it, YouTube. Thank you all very much for being grossly incandescent as Longbeards, you Giga Chads. Tip of the hat. Appreciate the support. Thank you also to all the Iron Breakers and everybody that just hangs out and just watches all of that stuff. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Now, are we ready to have this conversation, ladies and gentlemen? Oh boy. All right. So, we're going to be doing a tier list with all of the existing monsters in Monster Hunter Wilds. This is an appropriate time to make this tier list because it's the end of the year. It's also, we've received the last major update of Monster Hunter Wilds. There's still Arc-Tempered Arkveld, but I don't really think that Arc-Tempered Arkveld is going to change my opinion on how I feel about Arkveld because I really like Arkveld a whole lot. I think it's very hard that it's going to make me like it super much more than that. But we'll see. Angry Scott's at 23. Thank you very much for being gross together for 56 months as a Longbeard. You Giga Chad. Tip of the hat. Appreciate support. Thank you. But as I was saying, so we're going to be ranking them. And this is basically all of the things that I'm going to be basing my ranking on are going to just be completely subjective. So I know that there's a lot of people who are going to be upset about the way that I'm going to be ranking some of these monsters. It is what it is. Now, I try to put them roughly in the order that you fight them, but I don't really remember if this is the exact order that we fight them in or not, so don't take the order too importantly. We're also going to be doing a community version of this, so we're going to be creating this, and you guys will get to vote while I'm doing this. So I'm going to paste this in both chats. And you guys will be able to vote on your favorites, and then we will discuss your own selections afterwards. I know I'm going to disagree with what a lot of you guys are going to be doing, so let's begin. Chatacabra! Where am I going to be putting Chatacabra? I kind of feel like he's a B tier to C tier. I think B is just right, because it's a really good tutorial monster, but I wish you would punish players a little bit more. That's pretty much where I land. He's very good for tutorial, teaching you about wounding and all that stuff. He's got that big opening whenever he does his tongue attack to kind of like get you. He's practically on A tier, to be honest. He's very, very good. But I still want to put him on B, because in order for him to reach A, I feel like he needed to do a better challenge. Okay? So we're going to put Chatacabra in B tier. So, next up, this is the best. It's the best. Okay? Sorry. Don't care. Not open for discussion. It's got one of the best looking armor sets. It's got one of the best looking... actually, probably multiple of the best looking weapons. The gun lance is just absolutely peak. It even has a unique reload animation. I really like the fight. I think the fight is really fun. I wish it was a little bit more challenging as well, but that's kind of like a theme. A lot of the monsters I kind of just wish they would be a little bit more challenging, but the aesthetics of this monster are phenomenal. They're phenomenal. It is S tier. Don't care. It's amazing. Okay? It's just that simple. Okay? The tells are way too easy. No, I think it still catches you off guard every now and then. But yeah. You miss the main point where you fight a giant chicken, never been done before. True. Also true. Love it. Absolutely love Chemitrice. One of my favorite monsters of this game. Too bad we don't get to fight him more often. Fart Monkey. I don't know. I mean, he's cool. Does farts. Pretty fun. Not a whole lot to really say there. I think he's fine. I think he's fun. Sure. Balahara. Balahara is annoying to fight. His height makes his fight annoying. But I really like his gear, so he still gets B. Otherwise, if his gear didn't look the way that it does, which it's some of my favorite looking gear, I would actually bump him down to C. The main reason he goes to B is because of his gear. I don't like fighting him. I don't like fighting him at all. I don't think he's a particularly fun fight. C? You guys think it should go down? I can actually put him down to C, to be honest. I don't even mind that much. B, C, it's whatever. I'm not a big fan of Balahara. I just like his gear. That's the thing. His gear is really good looking. Other than that, meh. Bro. This one's rough. This one is very, very rough, dude. S? Easy S for Lalabarina? So let me just tell you one of the big issues with Lalabarina, okay? Literally the first time I fought Lalabarina at Capcom HQ in the UK, it was a sub 3-minute hunt and I wasn't even trying. I wasn't even trying. It was sub 3 minutes. I feel like they dropped the ball hardcore with Lalabarina. Lalabarina should have been way harder. Way harder. It was in fact so easy. I'm a bumper down to C. I'm a bumper down to C. Star 1, Ruri, come on. Make it star 5. It makes no goddamn difference. Makes no difference. She dies like that. By the time she dies, listen. Okay? By the time she dies, you're not even satisfied yet. You're just like, bro, I was just getting my freak on. What do you mean? Nah. I don't like Lalabarina at all. I think it's got great design. I can bump her up to B. I can bump her up to B because her design and the ideas behind her fight are really cool. But it's just, bro. 3 minutes? That's premature, brother. If you're only lasting 3 minutes, you need to see a doctor. Okay? That's what I'm gonna say. If you only last 3 minutes, you need to see a doctor about that. Need to figure it out. Okay? Just putting it out there. Doshaguma. Loved it. A tier. Not a big fan of the way that his gear looks. The whole wasteland theme and all of that. But I like the fact that he was the first pack monster we fight. Because I don't use dung bombs. That makes the fight way more interesting. Doshaguma is phenomenal. I love it. I love it. Now, Belly Flop. Even with the Arc Tempered, he just kind of like sits there and takes a beating. His gear does look cool though. I'll give him a B. I'll give him a B. But he just kind of like sits there, takes a beating. That's what he does. He just sits there, takes a pounding. I'm gonna put him in B. I'm gonna put him in B. Ray Dow. Now that's a kick-ass fight. I like Ray Dow. I like the way his gear looks. I like the fight. The Arc-Tempered version was a ton of fun to play around. Ray Dow, easy. Easy. Easy S. Ray Dow's easy S. Straight up friggin' lightning gun, bro. Absolutely. One of the coolest monsters. Fantastic. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. How Nick says it. Rhum Popolo. Je veux un Rhum Popolo. Where am I putting Rhum Popolo? I like him more than Kongalala. I definitely like him more than Kongalala. I like the fact that he gets like all floppy when you deflate his sacks. I also think his gear looks really cool. But his fight is also very easy, but his design is phenomenal. I think I might put him in A. I think I might put him in A. He is super cool. He's really, really cool. And it also shows like the stuff that you can do with Brute Wyverns. Because like a lot of the Brute Wyverns we used to have, you're thinking about something, you know, kind of like a Baroth, you know, something meaty, broody. And in this game, they were like, no, we're going to make this floppy gas sack looking dude, and he's a Brute Wyvern. And we have this fire chicken, and she's a Brute Wyvern. I think it's really cool. He's like a Nid. The claws that get... Yeah, he is like a Tyrannid. I never thought about that, but yeah, you're right. He is kind of like a Tyrannid. But yeah, I like him a lot. I think we put him in A. A Rurikhan. Rurikhan, I think, is S tier. I think he's awesome. I think he's absolutely awesome. I like fighting him a lot. I like a lot of his mechanics. He still managed to catch me off guard with some of his mix-ups, which is really cool. I think he's really, really fun. I really, really like him. Gravios and Wilds. I'm pretty sure that I used to rate him higher, but now in the context of the whole roster, now that we have everything. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. Whoever made the thresholds for breaking his belly, you did him dirty. You did him dirty. You did Gravios dirty with the belly thresholds. I remember when people were criticizing me when I said that belly break was way too fast. And people were like, you don't know, blah, 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 you're wrong. It was never that hard. It's like, no, you were all wrong. All of the people who criticized me when I mentioned that his belly break was way too easy. And people were like, I was never hard in the old games. Shut up, boomer, yada, yada, yada. Y'all were fucking wrong. It is what it is. So, yeah, I'm going to put him on C. He's a lot of fun. I like his laser, all of that good stuff. But, yeah, he just rolls over and dies way too fast. To be fair, it was bad because it was too hard in the old games. No, I don't agree. I think it was fine. Octopus boy. So here's how it works with New Udra for me. Base New Udra, A tier. Solid, like him. Probably the easiest Apex. But Arc-Tempered New Udra puts him up here. In my opinion, Arc-Tempered New Udra puts him up there. I like the Arc-Tempered fight that much. It's one of the better Arc-Tempered fights in my opinion. Really, really good. Really, really good. Absolutely. And his gear also looks pretty interesting. Yeah, if you talk about Arc-Tempered, it is S. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Arc-Tempered pushes him towards S. I'm combining regular monster and Arc-Tempered into one, which gets him up to S. Nursilla. Nursilla gets B. I wish she did more web slinging. I feel like the environments don't really benefit her as much as they did back in 4U. In 4U, she got to show off her skills way better than she does in here. And here she just kind of like falls over and dies. So B, C, whatever. She's pretty fun. Less interesting to fight in Wilds than before. I agree. I think that she was better represented in 4 Ultimate. Omega Nursilla is fun. Omega Nursilla is a different Nursilla. I don't think that counts as regular Nursilla. Hirabami. I think Hirabami might actually be one of my least favorite ones. I just really liked the first time I fought it. But ever since then, meh. I don't care. I don't care. Not to mention I'm not a big fan of the way that his gear looks. They're just there. There's the floating rag monster. It's just a floating rag. He's a floating rag. I will say, though, the first time you fight him, it's amazing. It was amazing. I have fond memories of that first fight. After that, though, our boy Blangonga. With the 9-star version, I do think he goes up to A. Really, really cool. I think this is a really fun fight. He can get up in there, can mix you up a little bit. He's got his homies just constantly beating up on you, especially after the recent hunt that we've had for him with Title Update 4. That event quest, I love that. I like him. I like him a lot. Maybe I like him more than you guys, but I like him a lot. Jindahad. Jindahad's cool and all, but he only makes it to A rank. Especially because his Arc Tempered didn't really brought a whole lot, I feel. So I was like, I'm gonna put him on A. I think he's fine. I think he's fine. I like him a lot. He's got really cool looking gear. I like that as well. I like his set bonuses. There's a lot to like about Jindahad, but he doesn't excel in the way that other monsters do, in my opinion. Guardian Doshaguma. He's also A tier. No. Now that I think about it, Guardian Doshaguma actually goes down because he doesn't have a pack. Guardian Doshaguma doesn't have a pack, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah, he actually goes down to B. He goes down to B because he doesn't have a pack. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, regular one's better because he has a pack. This one's a little bit weaker. Guardian Rathalos is S tier. Another one of my favorite monsters. Guardian Rathalos is just absolute beast. Love him. I love how fast he moves, just like gets a drop on you, is able to dead angle me. Really like them. I think it was my first failed quest. I think I failed his quest. Did I fail his quest? I forget. I might have not failed his quest, but I definitely carded twice on his quest. The first time that I was fighting him. Guardian Wrath is phenomenal. I love him. Ian Kutku. I think I put him to S last time. Maybe I put him to S last time. I don't know. Nowadays, I think he's just A. He's super solid all around. I like him a lot. He's a lot of fun to fight. I like the fact that there's 6 of them when you fight him the first time. That was really fun. So yeah. Rathian. I think both Rathalos and Rathian are pretty fun. I don't know if I'll put them on A or B. I think I'm going to put them on A just because of their communication stuff that they've brought over from World. I like that. I like that they communicate with each other so both of them can just go up there on A. Although I will say, if we include the 9-star Rathalos, I think 9-star Rathalos goes above. 9-star Rathalos is really good. 9-star Rathalos is real. I don't know if you guys played 9-star Rathalos, but he was really, really good. I think I'll put Rathalos on S because of 9-star Rathalos. Where's 9-star Rathian? Yeah, good point. Where is she? Ebony Doggo... Ebony Doggo is fine. Don't really have a whole lot to add to Ebony Doggo. He's just a really cool monster, sure. Anjanath, though. Fulgur Anjanath. He's a beast. I like Fulgur Anjanath in this. He is an absolute beast. So he goes on A. I like Fulgur Anjanath more than Ebony Doggo in this game, personally. And he has, both of them have really cool set bonuses, though. So. Then we have Shay Wu. Shay Wu goes on A. Super well-designed monster, really fun. Still managed to mix me up, but at the same time, doesn't have enough health. I like the fact that they differentiate between Guardian Arkveld and regular Arkveld, because that allows me to put Guardian Arkveld on S tier. Pow! As a matter of fact, I hope Arc-Tempered Arkveld takes off of Guardian Arkveld. I hope we get Arc-Tempered Guardian Arkveld, because these fights are different, and we only get to face Guardian Arkveld once. But I like Guardian Arkveld better than regular Arkveld. So I think we can do Guardian Arkveld on S, then regular Arkveld on A. I think that's fair. I also really like regular Arkveld, so he can be on A for sure. I would like to fight him more. Me too. Guardian Arkveld is really, really good. Gipsros. Yeah, I'm out. Sorry, bro. Sorry. You're going to the bottom. You go to the bottom of the pile. Go to the bottom of the pile. Here's what's wrong. His flashing thing breaks way too easy. His get-up attack is way too weak. He's just, he's just a floppy boy. Doesn't feel dangerous at all. There's nothing dangerous about this monster. Nothing at all. It's kind of disappointed. Gormagala. I'm going to put Gormagala in A. I really like Gormagala. The reason he ends up going in A is because sometimes I have visual clarity problems with this fight. Like, I can't see what he's doing because there's too much particle shit on the screen sometimes. Like, some of the struggles that I have with him is because of visual clutter. So, I'm going to put him on A instead of S. I love Gore. I think Gore is fantastic. It's one of the best monsters in this game. But I'm going to put him on A. Zoshia. And anybody who disagrees with me on that one, you can reach out to my lawyer, Dark Hero, and he'll sort you out, okay? Like, no, bro. No. S. He's S tier. Fantastic. Love them. Awesome fight. Cool mechanics. Really, really fun. Love them. Okay, so in the context of the rest of the monsters, you guys are not going to like what I'm about to do. You guys are not going to like this. he still has the same problem that Mizutsune had in Rise and Sunbreak. You want to know what his problem is? Help! I've fallen and I can't get up. Help! Like, you beat him on his head and he just trips over it and never gets back up. He just never gets back up, okay? You just keep beating on his head and he's never going to get back up. He's just going to stay there, take a beating, get up, fall down again, get up, fall down again. He's never going to get back up. You just keep beating him on his head. There's nothing he can do. And if you happen to have a blunt weapon, he's definitely never getting up. And if you happen to have a blunt paralysis, bro, forget about it. Bro is done. Help! I've fallen and I can't get up. Steve. Where are we putting Steve? Steve, I'm undecided between A and S. I think he goes to A. I think I'm very biased towards Steve because I really like him. I think he's a really fun fight. Beats the crap out of me relentlessly. But at the same time, it's just a really fun monster to kind of like box if you have a shield. And I think that if you don't have a shield, the fight is probably not as enjoyable. But I do like him. I like him a lot. Don't let your wife know you like Steve. It's fine. The wife doesn't mind. But yeah, Steve is a ton of fun. I like Steve. Good old Pinecone boy. Now, bro. Here we go. Overrated Laggy? Nah. Nah, bro. Laggy's fight is peak. Are you kidding me? Laggy's fight is one of the best fights in Monster Hunter Wilds. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Laggy is one of the best fights. He's phenomenal. He's absolutely phenomenal, dude. They did this fight justice. Absolutely fantastic. Without water section S, with water A. No, with water it's A as well. They did the water section fine. It's fine. It's cool. It's absolute peak. Love it. And now comes the one that I know a lot of people are going to be really mad. Who's ready? Who's ready? Here we go. Here we go, boys. Are you ready? Boys and girls? Ba-boom! Easy. It is easy. It is so good, dude. Especially Savage Omega, bro. Especially Savage Omega. Dude, Savage Omega is absolute peak. Peak, dude. So good. Savage Omega better than regular? Absolutely. I love Savage. Savage Omega is one of those fights that pushes you to eke out every inch of optimization you can possibly get. It forces you to actually get like a strategy. I did a guide for it. I did a guide for it that I'm pretty sure is still relevant now for people that are still trying to do this hunt. Absolutely. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Have you soloed it before? With hunters? Yes. True solo? No. I haven't true soloed him. He's not really designed for true solo. It's possible, but it's not fun. For me, at least for me, it's not fun. I know that some people will find it fun. It's not fun for me. So let's see. Gogmazios. I think I'm only giving him A. He's like at the top of A. He's like on the verge of S tier. But I think Gogmazios only gets A. I like Gogmazios a lot. The reason he goes to A instead of S is because a decent chunk of the fight is just shooting your slinger. I don't hate shooting your slinger, but I don't like how much damage it deals. It is, I'm sorry, those slingers deal way too much damage. They deal way too much damage. And I'm not against them having that phase. I think that's fine. But I will say that it does diminish my enjoyment of the monster. Having said that, everything else in that fight, if it wasn't for the fact that the slingers dealt so much damage and there's so much reliance on slingers, it would be an easy S tier. But the slingers really brought it down a little bit. And I can also say that I'm not a big fan of the endgame mechanic that comes with him. So that also sours him a little bit. You guys know I'm not the biggest fan of like Gogmardian, so that also sours him a little bit. But yeah, he is absolutely a fantastic fight. But yeah, I don't really think I'd change anything on this list now that I have it like this. And even with the introduction of Arc-Tempered Arkveld, if they make Arc-Tempered Arkveld more like Guardian Arkveld, it's probably going to go up to S tier because I really like Arkveld. So this list will still be adequate even after they add Arc-Tempered Arkveld. Like, they would have to fumble Arc-Tempered Arkveld really bad for this list to not be accurate. But yeah, that's the tier list that I have. Now let's see the tier list that you guys have made. Where do I see the results? Oh, wait. Okay, so you just see it. Okay, let's scroll back to Chatacabra. Where's Chatacabra? There it is. So, Chatacabra, a lot of you guys, looks like a majority of you voted B. Wait, can I not see? Oh, yeah, we can see it like this. This is stupid. Average vote. Most votes. Looks like you guys are still voting. How do you compare Wild's roster to World roster before Iceborne? Wild's is way better. Wilds has one of the best, if not the best, base roster, just based on the diversity of all the monsters that you are getting. I mean, it's not really going to beat Generations, but nothing's going to beat Generations. Actually, I don't know what the base I mean, even the base Generation rosters probably has way more than anything else. But yeah, let's have a look-see here. So S tier: Raidao, Zoshia, Lagiacrus, Gogmazios. Yeah, I can see Gogmazios being an S tier, sure. Gormagala, S tier as well. Good. Omega as well. Jindahad, I don't know, man. Jindahad's really good, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if I would consider him S tier. Arkveld, S tier on both, sure. A tier for Mizu? No, I think Mizu's way too high. A Rurikhan on A tier, sure, I like him more than that, but sure. Both Rathalos on A tier, looking good. Steve on A tier. New Udra, I think if you include Arc-Tempered New Udra, he climbs up, but I think that maybe you guys in chat aren't considering that. Why do you prefer Guardian Arkveld over normal Arkveld? There are no real differences except the Dragon element. Did I forget something? The fight is different. It's like, at this point, I have a rough time remembering every single detail, but I do remember that fight feels very different from regular Arkveld. There's the sucking stuff off the pods. There's just more stuff to that fight. And I definitely enjoyed it way more back then. Damn, things are changing fast. Things are changing fast. Who's going up and down? Is it a Rurikhan? You guys are slandering my boy a Rurikhan. That's messed up. The Wilk Crystal stuff. Yeah, there's that as well. Fire Chicken coming up the ranks too. B tier for Yankutku, Chatakabra, our boy Doshaguma, Uthduna, Blangonga. Damn, you guys really didn't like Doshaguma, huh? But I can see the same sentiment on some of these monsters that I see here. Yeah. I agree with a lot of this. Let me see the average vote, though. Average vote gives you the some of the best monsters for sure. Raydao, Laggy, and Zoshia. Absolutely. But yeah, you still see the same kind of like underperforming monsters. You guys really didn't care. You guys cared about Kongalala even less than me. Hirabami just stuck in garbage tier. Oh, man. That is fun. It's really fun to see how everybody feels about stuff. Man, Chemistry's getting absolutely bodied. You guys are evil. Really? Chemistry's just getting absolutely bodied over here on average vote. At least on most votes, it does end up in A. But Jesus. You guys are slandering my little KFC bird. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is the tier list for Monster Hunter Wilds. This is what I think about it. I still think that Monster Hunter Wilds is phenomenal with the exception of performance. There are a couple of more criticisms that I have for Monster Hunter Wilds, but I also feel like nowadays, whenever you start talking about Monster Hunter Wilds, a lot of people just go like, it's terrible, it's the worst thing ever, it's the worst, it's so bad, it's atrocious. It's almost like any conversation that is happening is like a segue for a lot of people to just take a dump all over Monster Hunter Wilds, which I feel is unwarranted. Like, it could be something as simple as like somebody paying a compliment to Expedition 33, and some people will find a way to make that about Monster Hunter Wilds being bad. Where it's just like, wow, really? It's crazy. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it. I don't know when I'm going to be able to be live next. If I don't see you, Happy New Year. Love each and every one of you. Thank you all for the amazing support. And I'll see you guys later. Stay strong. Stay safe. Peace out.